Hi and welcome back to my channel. My name is Marta and I am the chef and author of Sense and Edibility, a site where I teach you everything you need to know about cooking, baking, and cocktail making. And today we are cooking caldo de jamón, or ham stock, or ham broth. Yeah, ham broth sound. Yeah, caldo stock. Whatever. We're making ham stock, and we're making this because this is what we are going to use to flavor the masa for our pork pasteles. Now, obviously, if you don't eat pork, you can make chicken stock, or you can buy chicken stock, or if you don't eat meat, you can buy vegetable stock or make vegetable stock. I don't have recipes for those because those are easy to buy in the store. They take less time and they're pretty inexpensive. What you won't find easily in the store is ham stock in cartons. You can find the little bouillon cubes, but I mean, that's a little bit too much cheating in my opinion. I'm not judging nobody, but you know, it's so easy to make ham stock that I want to show you how to do it. But before we get into the video, I would love it if you would subscribe to my channel and sign up for notifications so that you can get notified every time I post a new video. This is episode 3 of a, I don't know how many episode series on how to make pasteles by yourself, but you don't have to make them by yourself. I just want to show you that it's possible. So we are going to discuss how to make ham broth, how to use it, and why you should use it right now. Take a 6-quart stock pot and add 6 cups of cold water to it. You're going to need cold water because hot water adds more impurities to your stock. Next, add a smoked ham hock. This is about 1.5 pounds to 2 pounds in weight. In addition to the ham hock, you want to use 4 or 5 large bay leaves, 4 cloves of garlic that are peeled, half of a yellow onion that's been peeled and quartered. You want to also add half a tablespoon of black peppercorns and 2 tablespoons of kosher salt. Bring this up to a boil over medium-high heat, and once it starts to boil, you want to cover it with its lid and just let it simmer away for about 20 to 25 minutes to extract all that ham flavor. You can turn it down to medium-low so that it doesn't boil too much. Now, once the caldo has boiled for about 25 minutes, you want to use a strainer or a spider, which is what this is called, to remove the ham hock and the pieces of onion and garlic and bay leaf. Don't struggle too much with getting everything out because we are going to strain it. Get a piece of cheesecloth, or you can use a coffee filter set inside of a funnel. I use a rubber band to keep my cheesecloth in place, and set it inside of a glass bottle and carefully pour your caldo de jamón through the cheesecloth strainer into the glass bottle. Now, I didn't have enough room in this bottle to finish adding all my caldo, so I switched out and added the rest of it to a smaller bottle. Don't forget to get the rest of the caldo from the bottom of the pot with the ham hock and stuff. And you've just made caldo de jamón. So, as you can see, making caldo de jamón is super easy. Get a ham hock, or you can use pork neck, smoked pork neck, or smoked pork feet. You can use a ham bone. You can use whatever you have accessible or whatever the butcher has to make your caldo. Let me answer some frequently asked questions I get about this recipe. You can make caldo de jamón or ham stock at least a year ahead. You can make it, allow it to cool, put it in a freezer safe storage container and freeze it for up to a year. When you're ready to use it, pull it out, let it thaw. You can even heat it up in a pot on the stove, and you have caldo ready to go. That's what I like to do. I'll make my ham stock at least 2 months before Pasteles season starts, so that it's already done, out of the way. All I gotta do is pull it out of the freezer, let it thaw, and it's good to go. So that's what I recommend you do, especially if you're making it by yourself. Again, you can use smoked ham hocks, smoked pork necks, smoked pork feet, ham steaks that you cut up. You can use a ham bone if your butcher has a ham bone. You can use a ham bone from a previous holiday dinner to make your caldo de jamón or ham stock. The goal is to get something that is smoky, but that is full of ham flavor. I've made it with the bone of a pernil back, in the past, but I've noticed that it creates a caldo or a stock that is too scummy, has a lot of junk on the top, and it doesn't have the full-on flavor of ham that using a ham hock per se would have. Don't waste that ham hock either. You can cut the meat off of it and add it to a soup, or you can add it to beans. You can still use that ham hock after you've boiled it to make your stock. If you don't want to make a ham stock, but you want to make a homemade stock, use smoked turkey. You can use smoked turkey wings, smoked turkey tails, smoked turkey necks, smoked turkey thighs, or drumsticks, and do the same thing. Make a turkey stock using smoked turkey instead of caldo de jamón. And you can use that turkey stock in your pollo, your pasteles de pollo, or your chicken pasteles instead of using chicken stock. But again, I just use, if I have homemade chicken stock to use, I use that. But if not, I just grab a carton of chicken stock from. How do we use this ham stock in our pasteles? My mother and my grandmother-in-law, who I call my suegra, taught me to use ham stock to soften the masa for my pasteles. Some people use canned milk to do that. I don't, because then it eliminates the amount of people who can eat my pasteles. If they have a lactose allergy, which many people do nowadays, they can't eat the pasteles, and I want everybody to be able to enjoy my pasteles. So instead I use caldo de jamón or ham stock to soften the masa, to make it a little bit looser, which means it becomes more fluffy when I boil it. So that's how I use ham stock in my pasteles. But it is not the only way that you can use this ham stock. You can use it as a base for your soups. You can use it as a base for your stews or your chowders. You can add it to your beans if you make stewed beans. You can use it as a replacement for water when making rice or when making mashed potatoes. You can use it for your collard greens or your mustard greens or any type of greens, and you can also use it for your gumbo. So there is plenty of reasons and ways to use your ham stock, and the most important thing to remember is that you can make it so far in advance that it's a breeze once it comes time to use it for your pasteles. I hope this video has taught you that you can make caldo de jamón or ham stock in minutes, months in advance, so that you can add more flavor and softness to your pasteles. If you like this video, I would love it if you gave me a thumbs up. Let me know in the comments below how you soften the masa of your pasteles, or if you soften them at all with any type of liquid. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and sign up for notifications so that every time I post a new video, you can get notified. The next episode is going to be about banana leaves. In the meantime, I thank you for joining me, and I hope to see you on the next episode. Bye.